saved by unmerited favor? That's not even what Strong's Concordance calls grace.
Yeah.
That's an English word. The word was charis,
Yeah.
which means divine influence on your heart. And Paul explains it, that the grace of God teaches us to stop breaking the 10 commandments. Titus chapter 2. And that's why we're zealous unto good works, and we let no man despise the authority that's been given unto us. It's all there in Titus 2. Titus 1 says to sharply rebuke fables so that people are sound in the faith. Sharply rebuke fables. 1 Timothy 5 says, anybody that sins, rebuke them in front of the whole congregation so that they learn to fear. Because nobody wants to get rebuked in front of the whole congregation, do they? Well, that's the same philosophy that sacrificial law was, except for they got stoned in front of the whole congregation to death. Now you rebuke them. But because people are so prideful, they can't do that. I don't want to stand out in front, and they won't accept me anymore because you're a respecter of persons. That's why. And in James, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, do they not blaspheme the worthy name in which you were called? If you fulfill the royal law, you do well, according to Scripture. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's Leviticus 19:15-18. But if you have a respect to persons, you become a transgressor to the law. Because when you see somebody sin and you don't say anything to them in the church, not outside of the church, now you're guilty of their sin too, because you didn't do anything about it and you didn't love your neighbor as yourself. And that's why husbands are to love their wives. They're the head, so they're supposed to keep their wives in check. Do you see that going on right now? No.
No, not at all.
Ephesians 5 says your wife is to be made spotless by the husband. As Christ is the head of the church, the man is the head of the household, of his wife. She's to reverence him too. Do you know how many women are not getting rebuked by their husbands? Because the husbands don't keep the 10 commandments either. They're not running their household.